Hello, this is Andrew with A Million Dot Bike, and this should be a light bicycle UFO C21D, where the disc stands for disc wheel. I ordered this wheel on November 4th. Today is the 18th of January, so it took about 75 days for it to get here. I ordered it at the same time as the front wheel that I did a first look at a couple, 3 weeks ago. So this is the counterpart. It will be the back wheel on the TT bike when I get to time trialing again. This is an interesting wheel, and we'll get it out here in a second because it is a full disc wheel. There are no spokes. It's my first time messing with one of these. Let's get the specs out real quick. 28 millimeters external width, 21 millimeters internal width, and a claimed weight with the DT Swiss 240 EXP hub, which is what I ordered, of 1,095 grams, plus or minus 50 grams. Of course, we'll check all of that as well as the true. We'll skip the spoke tension thing because there are no spokes. Let's get to opening it. So the first thing we get is this little packet of stuff. There should be a tubeless valve in here and a way to fill it and the cover that goes over the top. So this is the cover that goes over the valve area. This is the adapter. Oh, they must have installed the tubeless valve in the wheel already. Interesting. This is the adapter you use to get to the valve to fill it up. And then it looks like they sent me a little keychain. Hopefully the valve is already, the tubeless valve is already installed. Get this. It's very well packed. And we got a brace to keep it in place and our wheel. Very nice cloth-like cover to protect it. Let's check, get it out, check for damage. Yeah, the tubeless valve is installed. So I ordered this with the sunflower pattern. There are a couple different patterns because I thought it would look coolest. And it does look pretty cool, I will admit that. So here's the valve area. And yeah, the tubeless valve is installed. I probably already said that. This is an interesting wheel because it's hollow. There's no, a lot of these come with like a foam inner liner, where this is a layer of carbon, a very thin layer of foam, and then another layer of carbon, and then it's hollow inside. Wheel itself looks really good. I do like the sunflower pattern. It does look nice. Let's pop this off. All right, so let's break out the truing stand and let's check for true. So we are on the truing stand. Before we check true, let's just get some measurements here. So I've got 28.5, 28.5, 28.5 external, internal 20.8, 20.9, 20.8, 20.9. So that's all pretty good because these are hooked wheels. So the actual internal width would be measured on the underside of the hook, which I can't get to. So now let's check the true. Basically, we're going to sight down the line here on the side of the rim. There's a white area here, and then I have the caliper positioned against the side of the rim, just so I can sight it and see what it looks like. So there's a fair amount of wobble here, and I'll put a video here so you can see how much wobble there is. I don't think this is a safety issue, but it's enough that if this was a normal wheel, I would probably take it to somebody to try to true out the amount of wobble side to side. Radially, there don't seem to be any issues. It is round, at least by eye here. So that, I think, is probably a bigger issue if it wasn't radially true. But the level of lateral wobble is not awesome considering the price of this rim. All right, so time to get the weight. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see through the rim to see the scale. So I put some shop towels on here, zeroed out the scale, and then we should be able to just kind of stick the rim in here to get a weight. So with that here, I have 1,089.2 grams, but I need to add the cover. And we get to 1,095.1 grams. So that is spot on. Well, it's a tenth of a gram off of the claimed weight, but well within the plus or minus 50. So that is fabulous. Next step, let's go get a tire on. So if you remember earlier, I said there was a keychain. I didn't understand what that was for. I figured it out when I was messing around here. In this cover, or there are two holes in this cover, which goes right there, that goes in here. And the way that this works is that you put it in here and you just kind of turn it in like that. And then obviously turn it out like that. So this bit, this keychain, is going to have to go in the saddlebag in the TT bike. I opted to go with a 25C Vittoria Corsa Speed for this wheel. Given the dimensions of the wheel, 28-ish external, 21 internal, it is almost certainly the right choice. You might be able to go with a 28 on here, but I think that would be cutting it kind of tight. So 25, and 25s are plenty comfortable for me, so that's what it's going for. I don't think I would put a 23 on here. There's really no reason for that given the dimensions of the rim. So let's go ahead and fire this up. So that went on super easy, as you can tell. Let's see what it'll take to get at this seat here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this adapter dealy. Put it on here. Okay, so there are a couple complications. First one, taking off this cap for the valve. Just make sure you don't lose it inside. It's kind of a pain to get out. Second is that if we need to take the core out, that's going to be a challenge. It's at least with the tools that I have. I have to see. Hopefully you don't have to do that. The next thing is that this part of this valve adapter thing is not valve sized. It might be Schrader sized, so you might need to use a Schrader pump for that. I don't know. This will screw in to the other side of my press deflator digital, so that'll work hopefully, but it won't solve the valve core problem if I can't get this to seat without removing the valve core. So let's try it. I have the air compressor set up really high. Yeah, not getting anything there. I was able to get it on. I was able to use the adapter that came with it to do it. I had to take the core out in order to make it go. I remember that I had one of these horizontal core removers that came with my PD's valves. So that got it out. Now it's time to put this back in, and then we will inflate it again to get some measurements. Okay, that is 90 PSI. Grab our calipers here. And we have 27.3 millimeters. Yeah, so 27.3 millimeters, which is just about perfect for this rim. Hopefully you thought that was useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.